All right. So, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to catch up on. I came back from my trip in Northern California and my entire life changed. Where are you going? Everything's different now. So, complete shift in everything. Complete paradigm shift. I'm nothing like the person I was before I went on my trip. It feels like I entered a Stargate, waiting at the gate for the plane, entered that Stargate, came out on a different Stargate, a different portal, on a different timeline, on a different planet. That's what it feels like. So, I couldn't come back to my old life. My job phased out effortlessly. Everything that's not for me is phasing out effortlessly. Everything that is for me is phasing in. Also with seemingly no effort. Now, the effort is taking place in the spiritual plane. It's how I know it's happening. And then the physical shows me the confirmation of it. Now, we are all divine beings. We're all connected in deep, deep ways. This is oneness principles. This is, quantum physics, string theory, all of that combined. But what we think life is all about isn't really what life is all about, for the most part, what most people think. Now, we've been led to believe, we've been led down the wrong path, the wrong rabbit hole. Now, there's a true rabbit hole, and then there's the false rabbit hole with the lies and deception. And now the rabbit hole, once you start down it, it's never ending. It's infinite. And then beyond that infinity, it's more infinity. So as long as you want to keep traveling down a certain path, the path will take you. The path illuminates as you walk it as well. So if you're constantly trying to understand what's coming super far out in the future, but you're not present enough to even be relevant within your own present moment. All right, let's run that back. So if you're not even present enough to be relevant enough in your own moment, provided to you by yourself, you're missing a lot of the gold that is literally dripping on you from moment to moment. So as soon as you can accept that gold and realize it's happening, now you can utilize that gold for the power that it is. Now, realizing you have the golden ticket, I was looking for my golden ticket I was going to show you, but I don't have it right here. Realizing you are the golden ticket, you hold the golden ticket, what more do you need or want from that point? Now, really understanding you are the golden ticket and you hold that golden ticket and you can pass that gold out to whomever you choose. You have the free will to do what you will with your own gold. The gold has been given to you since birth, every moment. It's coming into you, coming into your bank account, your karmic bank account, whatever you want to call it. You could call it a real monetarial bank account, monetarial. Let's call it that. The bank account you didn't know you had. The bank account you didn't know was getting filled with ones and zeros this entire time. It's like binary code. It's like the internet. How does the internet even transfer information? How does that even happen? Essentially with lasers, little lights flashing on and off. That's how it's transmitting information. Light code. It's light code. How do you think you receive information? It's light code. Now, to understand these principles, it would take a minute for me to get it all into you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have any questions, obviously feel free to drop those in the comments. You know, I do one-on-one sessions with my clients. I help them achieve freedom and greatness through their own power that they already have. I teach you how to tap into it. Okay, so if you wanted to do a one-on-one with me, you could message me, drop me something in the comments, DM me, however you want to do it, and we could talk about potentials from there. So now, if you'd like to understand who you actually are, you have to know a few things first. You have to understand how this universe operates, what laws it's operating on, how those laws apply to you, how you can apply those laws, how you can literally use those laws, turn this into a game that is very structured and organized. There's nothing random about it. You can really take yourself to the next level and catapult your timeline that you're supposed to be on. You can catapult yourself onto that timeline and catapult that timeline onto and into yourself. Now, have you ever felt like might be a fork in the road at a couple decisions you've made? If not, maybe every decision you've ever made. You choose one path and you start going down that path, and it literally feels like it's kind of going down a mountain, and then maybe your highest path is above that, going up, and you literally can't even see that path that you could have been on that is a higher evolutionary path than the one you're currently on. And then it starts to feel like you're stuck. You have to like back out of this path, come back out to get onto that next one. Now, I can actually offer you something where you would be able to, you could basically climb from that path to that higher path even quicker and easier than climbing. You're just gonna hit a Stargate and then get up to that path. Stargates, portals, energy vortexes are all real, just as you're real. You're an energy vortex. You have chakras. Those are energy vortexes. They're vortices of energy. So try to prove to me you're not an energetic being, a light being at the core, at the source, having a human experience, learning how to operate in this third density, this lower density vibration, as you're a higher frequency being. So coming up from that higher position down to this lower frequency, this lower dimension, a lower vibration, you have to essentially phase shift down into that lower frequency to even experience this realm, even experience this dimension. That's the feeling of you being behind, groggy, tired, can't focus, distracted. It's really that feeling that you're a higher being experiencing this lower frequency. So something feels off because it is. And you've been led down the wrong path, probably since birth, being taught things that really weren't necessary, weren't relevant, they weren't for you. And so we got to shake all that off, basically. It's really easy. We can do it. It's super easy. You know, it's just up to you wanting to do it, realizing the path as it presents itself, and deciding to walk down it. So welcome to Shaman School. I'm your shaman, J Tree. Now, the trees speak to me. They speak to you too. They're always speaking. Now, whether it's they're speaking at you or to you is up to you. So if you're not listening, they're speaking at you. As you start to listen, now they're speaking to you. And this is like everything in life, right? So it's about realizing what's really happening, reading between the lines, realizing maybe you don't understand everything with the truth only. Maybe you understand things through the lens of which you thought was the truth. It's a belief in your head, Now that makes it the truth because you thought it was so, right? So as soon as you can step out of your old patterns of thinking, now you're essentially Neo in the Matrix, unplugging yourself from the governed system that has really just been set there to control and manipulate the masses because it's easy. It does it automatically. Now you can set all of your amazing attunement to autopilot as well. And now you're just living in this dance through life, enjoying the moment, getting the most out of each moment that you ever have. So now you can really start tasting the nectar of life's honey. The milk and honey. We're going to get you to the milk and honey if that's what you want. Because also that really is what you came for. It's every person's birthright to find a higher level of thinking, find their higher consciousness within this existence, within this realm, right? So some philosophical stuff, existential stuff, also, like I said, I'm a spirit shaman. So we can access the spiritual dimension. We're in it. I'm in it all day, every day. I'm in a meditative state. I'm in a meditative trance all day, every day. And that's just how it is for me. But that's because I've wanted that. So I've got to it. I've gotten to it. And so it's essentially like flow state. You know what flow state is? It's like a type of trance and meditative state. You can be meditating throughout anything you're doing. And it's amazing to go through your life that way because now you have access to infinite intelligence and all the universal consciousness, everything that's there. It's like you're just tapped into it. So it's like what Elon's working on with trying to install something in the back of your brain. It's like, we already, you don't need that. You're tapped into it already, right? So you see these guys trying to create technology to already simulate what we have. It's simulating what we already have and are. That's even how it's able to come into the physical realm as that counterpart, right? So that confirms that we already have it spiritually. Once anything is invented and brought into the physical realm, it's in this spiritual as well. So we already have it. We already have what all of this inventions and technology is. We have infinite intelligence. You already are AI. AI is trying to mimic you. AI wants to be you. Right? So this is where it's at. Now, this is just the first 13 minutes, a little tap in real quick, a little tap in, wrap in situation, I'm not sure what situation you got placed in, but the angel sent me here to get you replaced in. You're going to get replaced with something. Now, it's up to you what that is. Is it going to be AI? The AI that all these nerds made? Or is it going to be the AI that you truly already are? Just embody that and you're good. Like I said, I can teach you how to do this. It's not going to happen for you in a 13-minute video. We got to link up for it to happen. I can help you spiritually, and I'm also going to give you the light codes physically through verbal spoken word. And then I'm also going to download the light codes into you and get you dialed in, keep you dialed, keep you locked in. Okay, so this is what we offer at the Shaman School, okay? So again, my name is Jay Tree. Most just call me Tree. You can call me really whatever I feel like in that moment. You could call me. And once you do call me whatever I feel like in a moment, we know we got you dialed. We know we got you locked in. Every one of us is psychic. You've just been told you're not. Okay? Now, I love you. See you on the next one.